What's going on, everybody? Ballistic Beast, Ballistic Productions, back again. Today we are gonna talk about how you can get your art out, how you can sell your beats, your music, your graphic design, whatever it is that you do. This is how you can get it out. One thing, you probably heard it before, but what's up, everybody? Yes, today we're gonna talk about that one thing that can take your art. I was about to say music, but take your art and get it in the ears, the eyes, the whatever for everybody. And that one thing, you may have guessed it, it is networking. You're probably tired of hearing networking. I know everybody will say network, but nobody never tell you like who you can network with, like what you should be saying, and like just overall, like what is it? It's really not a easy way to describe what networking is, but basically what worked for me was you start with people around you. So you're gonna start with your friends and family. If you got this new passion or you got this new thing that you're working on, you gotta let everybody know what you're into, what you're doing with your time, and like even just when you at like family gatherings or just in like everybody you come in contact with, just let them know like, hey, I make beats, I'm making these beats. Like you could have some random conversation, but you can find a way to bring it back around to like, yeah, like when I'm making beats, then whatever. Like I ain't got no examples of a conversation, but I do that all the time, and I've done that all the time for like a long time, and it really got me in a place to meet some interesting people, to just get me in some interesting positions and experience things and travel and be a part of certain things that really took what I do to another level or whatever. So that's cool. I'll always be thankful for that, and I'm glad I did that. When I say friends and family, some people may not want to hear it or just think, oh, that's nice, like you got this new thing that you're working on, but they don't really understand like how much you're into it. But that's cool, don't even worry about that. Just continue to do things, just continue to do whatever you do. Post it online, post it on your Facebook, on your Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever you might be on. Basically what you want to do is you want to make everybody know what you do and have no doubt that you do this. Like whenever that comes up in any other conversation, they know, oh, that's what insert your name here does. So that's pretty much what it is. So like I've had that happen too. Like people I don't even know have referred me to certain people for certain things that I do just because they knew from social media or a conversation that we had that's what I do. So that's real cool. Even up here, I'm in Atlanta, I got a big opportunity to work with someone that knew a lot of people and things like that. And when I asked who referred me to that person, they said that it was somebody from Facebook. And this was actually somebody from Facebook that I never even had a conversation with. I don't even think they inquired or commented on a post. It's like, so that just let me know that when you feel like nobody's watching, somebody is watching, somebody is listening, and somebody is into what you do. So just keep going and keep talking about it, keep letting people know. If you're in school, talk about it there. You could even have like a project. If you can integrate that into one of your projects, find a way to do it. If you got to choose a topic and you have the freedom to choose a topic on a paper or just a history type of thing, like relate that to whatever your art thing is, and that can really get you some more people that's interested in what you do. You will be surprised that it could be people you never would have just come into contact with or even had a conversation with otherwise. The same as with work. Like some people like to keep work and personal life separate, And that's a good idea in a lot of cases, because some jobs aren't that, how can I say it? Some jobs won't be supportive with you having like a side hustle or whatever. So you gotta kind of gauge the type of people that you work with. But I've had some like that, but I've also had a lot that people were supportive and interested. And so I've got some clients and gigs and referrals from people at work, and that was pretty cool, I would say. Another thing, we're gonna cycle it back to music. This in particular is for people that do music, but if you do something else, just find where people that do that same thing hang out. The example is, if you're a musician, you probably heard this before too, but you should be at like open mics as much as possible. If not every one of them, you should just look it up, mark your calendar, be at those open mics, because you're gonna find a lot of like-minded people. You're gonna, if you're a producer, you're gonna find a lot of producers and artists. You might collab with the producers, get beats to the artists, and that can go a long way. You never know which one of those people are gonna be next up, especially if you're in a big city like this is, like Atlanta. Like, a lot of these artists are probably gonna make it because everybody just getting on, like, for real. So if you start with somebody early, like, that's a good way to really get going. And lastly, what I got to say about that is to maybe work outside of your comfort zone. If you're a photographer or something like that, it'll be a little bit easier, but you can incorporate it too. But if you're a producer or a musician, maybe you can go take your laptop to a mall or a coffee shop, Starbucks, whatever, and just make beats or mix on a song, or have a music program up while you writing your lyrics, or just whatever, just to have a different environment. And what that can also do is have people that might come up to you. If you don't want people to come up to you, don't do it. But if you're open to meeting new people and stuff, sometimes that'll spark up a conversation where they'll come and be like, oh, you do this, I do this, or my brother or my cousin or my best friend, he does this. Like, yeah, y'all should work. Like, let me give you his number, or whatever. So you can sell some beats or meet dope artists that way also. And personally, like, a lot of times I could be at a register or just anywhere, and people see these tattoos and they're like, oh, do you play? What instrument do you play? Do you do this or that? I'm like, well, I played trumpet in high school, but now I produce and blah, blah, blah. And they might know somebody to do it, or they sing or whatever, and that works too. So basically, just don't be quiet about what you do. If you sit in a room and just write or make beats and it stays on your hard drive, it's not gonna get you anywhere. So you got to be the voice of you and just let everybody know what you're trying to do, because even one or two people that it might start with, that'll get you somewhere. And like, that's what we all want, is to get to that top. So that's what I got for you today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any comments on anything I did, please let me know. I try to respond to everybody. Right now, I'm still small, so it's a better chance. So like, that's networking too. Like, let's work. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed though, subscribe please. I'm still growing. I'm trying to get this thing going. I'm trying to bring a lot more content, and every subscription helps me keep going, and its motivation is everything. Like, it means more than you know. Just hit the subscribe button. Until next time, BLysticProductions, BLysticBeats.com. Follow me on Instagram at BLysticProductions. I'll spell that out. Ballistic Beats also. And if you're into like visuals and whatnot, Ballistic Photos. Trying to niche down, but I just gotta use my art. So follow me.